today at the Landmark Hotel. We're here to announce a world title fight, the WBA Super Middleweight Championship, which will take place on Friday the 24th of July at the SSE Arena, which is Wembley in London. Fight is between the champion, FEDOR CHUDINOV, who's from Serpukhov in Russia, and Frank Buglioni, England's only Frank Buglioni from Enfield. This is a great chance for Frank to grab this title. It's a tough fight, it's a winnable fight, but I know it's going to be a tough one for him. FEDOR upset all the odds, and when he went out to Germany and recently won the title in very good style and against all odds against Felix Stern, a fight that people thought he was just there to make up the numbers, but he overturned Stern and he's now has the title that Carl Froch was holding before he was stripped. Frank, I'm sure, will take great heart from that. You know, the fact that, you know, upsets are there to happen, and you know, if he's ever got a chance of winning a world title, this is it. He's in with a real decent quality fighter in FEDOR. You've seen his brother a couple of months ago who fought Chris Eubanks, and you can see that they're, you know, obviously the two brothers are warriors. I think FEDOR's obviously the better fighter, but you know what you're going to get here. This is going to be a proper fight, a tough fight. But as I say, for Frank, he's got home advantage, and he's got a great chance of becoming world champion and putting himself in the mix with, which is probably one of the sexiest divisions in UK boxing at the moment. FEDOR's here with his manager, Vlad Nurov, who's a friend of mine and a partner of mine in various other fighters. So he's been very experienced and been involved with some good quality world champions from the East over the years, some seriously good fighters. And he has said to me he feels that FEDOR is one of the best fighters that he's been involved with. And bearing in mind some of the fighters that he has been involved with, who he'll tell you in a moment, that's quite an accomplishment. Frank knows what he's got to do. He's in the capable hands of Steve Collins, former WBO champion and two-weight champion. He's in his hands, and his brother Packett. He trained now in Dublin. If anybody can give him all the advice that you need in preparing and getting into a world title fight and going into a fight where people think that you're the underdog, Steve can do it. He showed that in the game with Chris Eubanks, not once but twice, went in there as the underdog and well won the fight. We've also got on the card Billy Joe Saunders, who'll be having a warm-up fight, and that's how I'm going to describe it, warm-up fight, because on September the 5th he will be challenging Andy Lee for the world title, hopefully in the UK. If not, it'll be in Ireland, but that'll be on September the 5th. We've also got on the card, the end of the table, Lee Markham will be fighting for the vacant WBO Super Middleweight Championship, and Orville McKenzie will also be fighting on the card, along with Mitchell Smith, who will be defending his WBO Intercontinental title, and Lewis Pettit, who's sitting there, he'll be fighting for the vacant WBO European title. So it's a cracking show, a really good show, but I think it's got a dramatic title fight. This world title fight is all about seizing the moment, and you know, Frank, I think, is in the right place at the right time, and we've done everything as I've said we could to do to get the fight here. Everything from that point of view is in his favour. He's now got to go out there and show that he can do it, and I think that he will rise to the occasion, because that's what good fighters do. It's a challenge, and it's a tough challenge for him, and I think he'll get the bit between his teeth, and hopefully he will win the title. And that's what we're looking to do. Then we'll be announcing another significant title fight on the card later this week. So it's going to be a great night of boxing on the 24th of July. You can watch it on BoxNation, or you can attend Wembley and see it in the flesh. All the guys are here, and I'm sure you've got questions to ask, so please feel free to do so.
Right, how did you feel about getting this chance? A little bit unexpected.
Yeah, it was a little bit unexpected, but the opportunity arose, and I'm in boxing to win world titles, so there was no way I was not going to take it.
How did you hear about it? Phone call?
Yeah, obviously just Frank Warren told me the news.
What was your initial reaction?
I jumped at the fight. I didn't really have to make a second, I didn't have to make my mind up. I took it straight away.
I went deaf in one ear. On the
And then
phone.
obviously I spoke to Steve, who confirmed everything, and yeah, we fully agreed it and signed the contract.
When you look at the other champions at 68, where do you think Fedor ranks?
I'm certainly up there. He's world champion, so he deserves all the respect I want to give him, and that's what I like. I like someone that's in front of me, and I've got to chase, and that's what's going to make me train harder than I've ever trained before. I'm looking to go in there and upset the odds.
Why do you think you can win?
Well, I know what I can do. I know how I can perform, and being the underdog is the best way I perform as well. And this will be the first time really that I'm the true underdog, and yeah, I'm hungry.
Steve, do you think he's ready? Frank's ready for it?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, Frank is an improving fighter, and in my opinion, there's no doubt that he's ready to take this title of the champion, and he's going to win the title, we believe, and he's going to continue on improving. And Frank is just going to keep on getting better. But we're very confident and very excited, and I think he's absolutely right to take this opportunity because it's come his way, and definitely a fight we can win. It's a fight Frank can win. I say we, but he's in there doing it.
Royal way.
Yeah, a lot of way.
Can we ask over?
He speaks English.
You happy coming to England? You don't have any worry about rules and
I
Are
don't.
you happy to come to England?
Yeah, I like this country. Before my brother is lost, but I still think it's a very good country. I like it. Buildings, weather, people, and yeah, I like it here.
How many times have you been here, Fed?
Second, now second time.
What did you win as an amateur?
I've been European championship.
Your European gold medal?
Yeah, and Russian national.
175 fights, 175 wins. Is amateur record.
It is a joke.
So he's undefeated all round.
So he started when he was about 2 years old.
Fedor, were you over when your brother was over? Because Frank boxed on the same bill as your brother did when he
He was.
boxed. Were you over for that
It's
fight?
for me. It's like revenge. Revenge. You know, because my brother was not ready, like he won't be. But now I know how need to training for win in this country. Now I will be ready for good fight. I'm respect with Frank. I respect Frank, and I think it will be a good fight.
Do you know much about him?
Little bit. But now I'm one more week doing physical training. Then we start tactical and strategy working about, and we start watching fights and think about tactics on fight.
Does Dimitri said anything to you about the fight that you are win it for him? Has Dimitri spoken to you about your fight against Frank Buglioni and that he would like you to gain revenge for him?
You talk about Eubank?
Let me just correct.
Would you get revenge for your brother?
Now he's start training. He will be. He have fight in August 2021, and we're talking about him about how I can fight here, and he want to I win beautiful fight, you know.
The situation regarding Dmitry, I've been in WBA Directorate 2 days ago. It's official resolution of WBA Directorate. Chris Eubank can give to Dmitry rematch. One voluntary fight before, and after they can make rematch. This is the resolution. Right now, Dmitry in training camp because his fight takes place August of 22nd. You know, he's training.
When Dmitry fought Eubank, there was a problem with officials. Is that now all resolved? Has it agreed this time?
Well, I'm hoping we don't have any problems. Vlad and I have talked about neutral officials. That's what we want, and I hope the board will acquiesce to that and that we can get the fight on. There's no problem from our end on that, but obviously the board have their rules and regulations, and we need to get this fight. It's a great opportunity for British fighters to fight for a world title, so we just want to make sure that it all happens.
We have a terrible problem in Dmitry's
Last time.
fight last time. Yeah, how's situation looking? If, for example, your fighter coming to Russia, our commission say, okay, referee and to judge Russian. How is that looking?
It's a thing that unfortunately happens also in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's what they do in Vegas.
Frank, you're expecting us to announce, I think, Frank and Lee on this bill. How quickly did this fight come together?
I think we got it together. It also managed Frank as well as promote him, and it was, for me, I thought was a real, chance for him to go and grab the title, and he has a great chance of winning this title, in my opinion. So, spoke to Vlad, and Vlad and I, as I say, worked together on quite a few things, and we got the fight on.
Frank, where do you see yourself fitting into the, as Frank put it, the sexy domestic kind of mix-up at the moment?
To be honest with you, there's no one in the division apart from FEDOR CHUDINOV at the moment. And once I've done that fight, then we'll see.
You talk a bit about training in Ireland with Steve?
Yeah, every camp just keeps getting better and better, and the improvements are really coming. But no one's seen the best of me yet. We've seen it in the gym, but it's coming, and I'm looking forward to being the underdog and putting a showcase.
Can I just point something out? Actually, the gym is Pascal is the head trainer in the gym. I just look after Frank when he's in the UK training camp over there. As Pascal is the boss. So thank you for including me in that. But I'm only to help.
Lee, this is hypothetical, of course. Frank becomes world champion. Our last fight, you drew with him. He didn't beat you. So what would you do? Immediately challenge him for the title?
Well, I believe Frank's gone on record saying that if he wins, he's going to give me first crack at it. Is that right, Frank?
Yeah, if all well and good does come through, which I plan to, then I'd love to give Lee the rematch for the world title.
There you go.
Pardon? Because it'll clash with other shows. I mean, I just don't get this thing where at the moment where we're having all these shows on in one night. It's not good for me. It's not good for boxing. It's not good for the game. They don't do it in football. So why this sport allows it to happen when everybody's trying to grab an audience? It just doesn't make sense.
Bill, are you looking forward to getting out again?
Yeah, got a final opponent this week. Just can't wait to brush the cobwebs off and get in there with the big Van Lee on the 5th of September.
Yeah. Could say it's a bit of a risk. It's quite a close turnaround time.
I think that I'm not going to be in there with nobody who's going to be, big threat. I just want to get in there, get a few rounds out of the way, and brush the cobwebs off. Like I said, I need a warm-up fight beforehand. I've been out 6 months, so I think it's right to have a warm-up fight. Then, like I say, the big one.
Frank, Andy Lee's definitely going to be ready for September 5th.
Yeah. Spoke to Adam, and he'd be ready for that.
And what do you think, London or Ireland?
Well, we're
Those are the
working
only
on-
two options.
I've got to be honest with you, it's where it makes the most money for the guys. So, I believe it makes more money in London. They think it's different, but we will resolve that this week.
I think Ireland rather than America, though.
I won't go to America. It's pointless. What do you want to put them in? So, two travellers. They don't want to travel to America to watch him. They want to.
There's only a debate at the minute that who wants the best caravan at me and Andy Lee deciding the deal.
Bill, you went away for the Newgate fight camp. Would you go away again for Andy Lee?
Definitely. I'll speak to the man Daniel himself today. I just had a brief chat with him, but straight after this, I'll be out into Marbella, the MGM gym, and that's where the hard work starts again. As I say, it's nice to get away because out there, you don't want for everything. Everything's there for you. If you can't do it out there, you can't do it nowhere. So it's the best place for me to be, especially for the big one.
Oval, last time out we saw you take apart John Lewis Dickinson. Now having ideas of pushing for a world title shot yourself?
Hopefully after this one, we're going to get a world title fight because I think I'm up against this Osalabi guy and he's a good fighter. He reminds me of myself, a fighter would take anybody you fight at any time. So I think this one will be a good matched up, and this one will be a real fight for the real boxing fans. Them we know say two warriors out there warring for this fight. I think after this one maybe I get a world title fight.
If you're putting a good performance here, do you think this could be the breakout fight that lifts you kind of into the more the mainstream media?
100% brother, because Osalabi he fight for world title fight a couple of times, so me beating this guy, he showed me say I'm 100% qualified for a world title fight, so I want to do it in style, Cheers, brother.
I've got to tell you something, boxing sometimes you get these Cinderella stories happening, and with Ogo, he seems like he's been around forever, and if you look at, I just look at his record, he's lost one fight in the last since 2012, and Fight News, the unofficial rankings in the States, they rank him above Tony Bellew, and they rank him above what's the other guy?
Cleverly, all of them.
Sorry? All of them. He's the top ranked fighter, and he doesn't get the accolades he should. He gets ducked all the time, and I think he's in a position now where if he gets a good win under his belt, we'll move heaven and earth to get him a shot at the world title. And I think it's like all these things. You get a bit of confidence, you get on a roll. He's always in the gym, he's always ready to fight, and he's a true professional from that point of view. And a lot of fighters would take the leaf out of his book to see that. He's in the gym, he's fit, you pick up the phone, he's there. And he deserves a lot of accolades for that. And hopefully, as I say, he comes through okay, and we will deliver him a shot at the world title, whatever happens.
That's the one.
Oh, well, you're now training at the Peacock, aren't you?
Yeah, I moved back home now. Before, Peacock Gym is where I start from, but now I come back home and this is where I want to finish my career and Martin giving polish me up and shining me properly. And I'm on form now, man. I'm ready for the world title fight now. I'm a heavy all clear right now. I'm on it 100%.
Lewis, you're going down the international route. Would you be interested in fighting Jazza Dickens for the British title?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's mandatory for the Europeans, so I've got to let him get that out of the way first. But I've told Andy and Frank that I want Jazza by the end of the year for the British.
That's another good fight, great domestic fight, that. We'll try and get it on. But as I say, we've got a good show here. We've got, Frank's got a chance of a lifetime here. This guy's come over and showed he's prepared to travel, and he shows that he can travel in winning the title, how he did. And as I say, we're going to announce another fight, which will be a significant fight that'll go on the show, hopefully on Wednesday or Thursday. So it's a great night's boxing, 24th of July, Wembley. Are we all done, or are there any more questions? All done? Thank you. Thanks for coming.